A well-placed shot by Barth with his slingshot has hit the Agent of Chaos in the head with disorienting force. She's dazed. Barth is ready for tiger practice and also finds a handgun. He woke up and chose violence. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Zenith. Toon, Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalicars. Few know me as the man who's ready for this to finally occur. Something that's been an idea for so long. But today, it actually begins. Welcome back. Or I guess, for the first time, welcome to... Should I say Danganronpa Hunger Games and then press the music? Or should I press the music and then say Danganronpa Hunger Games? Welcome to... Danganronpa Hunger Games OC Tag Team Action. For the very first time. First time in the history of OC Hunger Games. It is time. Live chat comments. How do you do on this fine Sunday? Just last week, we saw 12 people go on to the OC finale to fight for the singles championship. However, today, 6 teams will go on to the Danganronpa Hunger Games Inaugural Tag Team Championship match. Which of those 6 teams will they be? I don't know. But for starters, I think it's time to get this show on the road and introduce our first ever season of OC Tag Teams. Hit me with that music real quick. And let's introduce everyone who's here. Start it all off with forming a bond this season. We have the Chaotic Croissant duo, consisting of the phenomenal returning, ladies and gentlemen, Fifi Laveau. Created by Tamimi, the Ultimate Landscaper is here. And with the Ultimate Landscaper, we also see a returning Ultimate Croupier. Created by Eoxus, Oliver Quinton is here as well. Can these two, for the first time, standing tall together, create tag team magic and go on to that tag team finale? I'm not sure, but we have a couple more teams to introduce, starting with, or continuing with rather, Amped Up. These two are here to rock on and rock out, starting with the returning Ultimate DJ, created by Nakor, Romaz Zorea. And who's here with this DJ playing sick beats, maybe rocking out, shredding out as well, created by Jethro, the Ultimate Guitarist, Lee Takahashi. And can these two rock on and rock out today? Can they rock on all the way to the championship match? I'm not sure, but we also have Christmas Past. You've heard of Christmas Past, Present, and Future. Well, they can go to any of them, in fact, starting off with Infinity. Created by Fish, this is the ultimate time traveler. Really unique talent. And it could get them some fantastic use today, but let me tell you, that's just the past, present, and future. We're missing the Christmas, and you know who brings the Christmas to these games. The ultimate delivery boy, created by Mew Mew, the legendary Alexander Adams, aka Buff Santa. Do the OC Tag Team Championships lie in their Christmas future? I'm not sure. But introducing the Dazzling Stars. Familiar faces returning once again. Daiki Kazuma, created by Daiki, the ultimate undergoer, is here to show the world. Artwork created by Ames. And speaking of Ames, Riko Yorokobi is back to tap dance, potentially to the top. Can Daiki and Riko find their way into the top 6? Can one of them find their way into the top 6 to bring their team to that tag team finale? I'm not sure. But a couple of assistants are going to try and assist each other by providing a helping hand. and created by Melody Mute. It is the returning Ultimate Assistant, former Ultimate Assistant. She's feeling a little bit demonic now lately these days. However, Melody Ballette is back once again, and you can check out Melody Mute's art over on Twitter. And who will assist this assistant? We have a returning Midori Toga, created by Marco, is a total weeb. The other Ultimate Assistant in this game, they are going to help each other out, but can they help each other out to the top spots? I'm not entirely certain. However, Midori is a part of Danganronpa Endless Crimson, and the art is by Best Out. And here we have a returning face to the action and a very dangerous team to my profit margin. Best for Business. We see a returning Yoko, and you know Yoko from Yoko's Items and Misfortunes. We've seen much of Yoko, and now we see Yoko back in the action. Created by Ace, AW, the Ultimate Listener, is back, and maybe that's why they're why Yoko's store is doing pretty good, pretty okay, pretty alright, pretty fine, pretty okay, pretty cool, I guess. Because they listen to the customers. Me, I don't listen to no customers. They say the customer's always right. I'm always right. Me, every single time. But, along with Yoko, we see Shirosaba Kanata. And Shirosaba, created by the 25th Island of Greece, aka Salty Saint, the ultimate business support, which is extremely dangerous. Quite dangerous. It's almost as if we have a business that's doing pretty well on its own, and now they have the ultimate business support on their team. I don't know if that's good for AV Swears and Despairs, but we'll pull through. Shirosaba, a part of Danganronpa Blind Spots. And although my business may be threatened and in jeopardy, but we are setting the stage for a potentially fantastic team. Set the Stage, featuring the ultimate stage manager created by Amy, Kanaki Ito. And with Kanaki, yes, Kanaki, indeed Kanaki, not some other name that sounds, similar, also 3 syllables that starts with a con sound. Hey, we also have Ashi Akubara, created by the #1 Yanfei main. We have the ultimate method actor. And that's perfect. We have the stage manager who will be setting the stage, making sure that the method actor can go about and perform her best. Ladies and gentlemen, can they set the stage for a championship performance? We'll have to wait and see. But we must continue to Rosaka and Yui. A team that will wholly stand together on the stability of flowers, blood red roses, starting with Rosaka Yonoka. And Rosaka, created by Vivi, the ultimate gardener, loves the flowers, loves the soil, loves the plants, and you'll see why these flowers are going to be so important, because Rosaka's teamed up with Yui. But that's not just Yui, YUI, it's also YU-1, because this isn't just some normal person. No. This is the ultimate android, but that's just a cover-up, created by Malcandra. This is the ultimate killer robot, which would be a great thing in these games. However, we must consider could actually take out their own partner, which is why we had to team up Yui with someone that masters something that Yui likes. Yui loves those flowers. Can these flowers be regular red roses, or will they turn blood red? We'll have to wait and see. And introducing, for the first time together, could they be Thieves of Hearts? I'm not sure, but it is sure a heart heist featuring Legault the Thief. Legault Simmons, the ultimate thief, created by Theo Vellum, is back and here in tag team action. The artwork there created by DNA4 Gaming over on Discord, Festival Apparel over on Instagram. And that's just the heist part, the thief. You know who's out here taking the hearts though? It is Kujo Minoru, the ultimate seducer, has found his way into tag team action. Created by the Zora, 1, 2, 3, the ultimate seducer. Never forget, all a part of fantastic project up and coming Danganronpa, Hope's Providence. Make sure to check that out. Can the heart heist steal or perhaps seduce their way to a top spot? I'm not entirely certain, but I do say with certainty that they're gonna have a hard time toppling Broken Arrow. Featuring the ultimate archer created by Connor the Play, you love to see Bartholomew Durek. Barth is back. Check out False Mind over on Twitch. We love to see Barth, but that's just the arrow. How does it get broken? Well, it might not get broken, but we might see some break dancing from the ultimate B-girl, Amber Robinson, created by Thunder, Ultimate Thunder Bully. B-girl is back. And the art is by Miss Arilicious over at Twitter. And look at that fine art. You're gonna wanna check them out. Can Broken Arrow shoot or dance their way to victory? I'm not entirely certain. It's anybody's game. But we must continue on to our next district, loving the birds. Each of them, we have some magpie magic. Starting with, created by Birdie Talk Productions, Natasha Scott back in the action. The ultimate ornithologist is here again. But this time, not on her own. She is here with Felix, the ultimate, used to be the ultimate gamer, has evolved to the ultimate animal enchanter, which is a brilliant evolution. But you still see like some video games in there, never forget that. Will that be able to carry this team further than they've ever been before? Can it carry them not only to the tag team finale, but to tag team glory? I'm not certain. But our final team of the episode, we see Tragic Tale. What happens when you mix bad luck into a fantastic story? You get a tragic tale starring Skyland 8. Super high school level bad luck is the creator, and the ultimate bad luck is indeed the talent. What will unfold in this tragic tale featuring Skyland? But who's going to be telling this story? We have JFJ, created by Zhao Julio, the ultimate storyteller, back once again. But never forget, they are also the ultimate Danganronpa Hunger Games mentor. They know the tricks of the trade. Can JFJ use that to spin a story that ends up not as a tragedy, but instead a victory? What will unfold? I'm not entirely certain, but as we scroll down, we don't see a team, but both of these competitors are in tag team action. Their teams will be in the next tag team episode. We have the OC champ Glitch and the Agent of Chaos, Hana. And they're here for one reason and one reason only, because there's no OC tag team Agents of Chaos yet. Yet. Not entirely certain how we're gonna assign that, since tag team action, I don't know how many teams it would be. We'll see. I'll make that decision as we go along. We see all these. In fact, hold on. Give me that other music back. We can't just like hit here. I mean, I love this. This song is great. It's real peaceful. It's great, but it's not what we usually have. We gotta hit the thank you. Those are your teams. I hope you are excited for them. Live chat, who's your favorite team here today? Which combination are you really vibing with today in today's Hunger Games OC tag team action? Let me know. And tell me who do you got for first, second, and third. What are your top 3 teams? I'll make my picks. Yeah, I'll make my picks too. Yeah, I'll make my picks. And I'll make them right now, because I know live chat, you probably already made them. Comments, you can make them whenever you want. You can pause the video if you want to. But I gotta make mine, and I'm gonna go with Tragic Tale for first. But, you know, I kind of let in, and maybe you shouldn't be making your picks, because this could still technically be for... Could technically be for the... Yeah. Yeah, let's not forget about that. In 3... Let me actually push the record. There we go. In 3, 2, 1. I was doing the countdown and I hadn't pushed the button yet. It could be. Also, for Glitch's OC Championship. In tag team action, yes, it's possible. I was just saying, there's no tag team Agents of Chaos yet, but there is still the obligation for Glitch to defend every time he shows up. Having him show up at the end of tag team action, it wouldn't be fair to this team. They wouldn't just have a wheel spin, say, you know what? Let's give it to him. I doubt it'll hit today, but hey, if it does, it does. And it doesn't. It does not. 25% chance, and hey, technically, everyone in this episode will be in the free-for-all as well. Free-for-all features everyone. Everyone. We can't just leave anybody out of the free-fall. That's when everyone is here. Classic Smash. Hey. Yeah, I had to make sure I ended that recording. Sometimes I just let it go. It'll end by itself after a while, but like, sometimes I'll let it go and I'll be like, oh, I forgot. Hey, let me make those picks. You guys have made yours. Chaos will not reign today in the Hunger Games OC action for tag team action. Give me Tragic Tale for first, Skyland and JFJ. I think that they're gonna pull off some magic here today. Give me Best for Business for second, because I'm here to jinx. I'm here to jinx real good too. Can my profit margin declining. And then give me Magpie Magic for third. I don't know what it is about Magpie Magic, but I feel like the birds are going to carry them to victory. And as you see, all of the people who have entered their OCs in this simulator in Orteal picked a lovely perk for themselves, but everyone's second perk is actually the OC perk. Will we see some of the OC perk come into action? There's certain events, certain interactions, and certain items that only can be obtained with the OC perk. Will we see some of that magic happen today? I'm not entirely certain. However, I am excited to say the least. Some of those items, pretty fun. Some of those items can come create some pretty fun interactions, however. Hope you're ready. Because it is Orteal, and Orteal, it pops off sometimes. I don't know how long this is going to be because it's Orteal. Orteal can be really quick, like that, or a slow grind. Will unfold. It is the first ever start to OC Tag Team Action. Are you ready? Well, I certainly hope so, because we are about to kick things off for the first time. Ladies, gentlemen, top 6 teams will go on. The OC and Agent of Chaos, they're technically not. They're not a part of the top 6. But you know what? It's still an episode of 26, and we'll have 26 next time. Let's go ahead. Let's see what unfolds. Let's start round 1. And with it we see nobody perishing. Everyone's chilling except for Ashi, who woke up and chose despair this morning. I do believe it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, Horn Bears, we gotta make this one good. Let's hold it out. Let's hold it out this time. Let's hold it out. Hopefully, because, you know, allergies, they've been hitting my voice. They've been hitting my voice. For the first time in OC Tag Team Action, can we please sound the horns? Yes, we can. Sound those horns. And we did it. Alright. Hope you guys are ready. Everyone's alive for right now, which is nice. How long will that last? Let's find out. Shiro Saba stares into the distance as the first action and OC tag team action. Oh no, Ashi's found a dimensional scythe. Those are supposed to be collected at the end of season 4. Alex doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Amber picks up looks neat and cool lying in various places, and Midori just wants to be helpful. Daiki thinks about what he did to end up here. That's also something that we must keep in mind. In a second, I'll remember that. Riko hums a song to herself. Glitch twitches his thumbs. Oliver spots something shiny in the distance. Fifi thinks about what she did to end up here. Felix fails to grasp the gravity of the situation. Cujo doesn't really care much for this place. Infinity is looking for Lilia, particularly erratic today. Bartholomew is ready for target practice. Luckily, he finds a slingshot laying about. Time to make every single pebble count. Hana has a horrible feeling in her gut. JFJ tries to kill Melody. Melody retaliates and kills him instead. JFJ is our first one out, and that's what I have to say. I was like, nobody's out yet. But then I was like, I have to remember, the first people who are out are not technically in the OC Agent of Chaos match. It's the first teams that are out. The first teams that are out. JFJ tries to kill Melody. He fails, unfortunately. However, never forget, nothing's out of the water yet. It is Orteal. People get brought back all the time. A well-placed shot by Barth hits Skyland right in the head with disorienting force. Skyland becomes dazed. You know, it's funny that I picked them for first and one's dying and one's dazed. I don't like to see that. Something snaps inside of Yui. Yui is now frenzied. That's also bad. Kanaki doesn't really want to, but finds himself having to get rid of Legault. Legault. No. Lee hums a song to herself. Natasha can't help but admire her own genius mind. Melody draws a demon summoning circle on the ground, you know, for fun. Romance feels like jamming out. The music in him guides him to AV soundboard. Wait a minute. I do indeed need that. Rosaka is determined to survive this, and Yoko picks up neat and cool lying in various places. We lost just 2 today. And as I said, OC action can be a big, beefy bloodbath, or it could be pretty tame. In fact, the first couple of times that I test simulated this, they were all bloodbaths at the start, so it's really shocking to see only 2 people dying. But we do hit a clear day loom for them. JFJ. Legault. And so those two hold on in hopes of their tag team partners, Skyland 8 and Cujo Minoru, respectively. But it's still, because no teams are out, anybody's game. We see that soundboard in play. We've seen the soundboard revive people. It's a low odds that it happens, but it could happen. Will it happen? Let's proceed. Let's find out. It is the next round. OC tag team action continues. And we continue as well. A well-placed shot by Barth with his slingshot has hit the Agent of Chaos in the head with disorienting force. She's dazed. Barth is ready for tiger practice and also finds a handgun. He woke up and chose violence. Melody checks her demon summoning circle. To her surprise, the demon actually comes out. The demon takes a liking to her, decides to help Melody out. Sweet. Riko twiddles her thumbs. Cujo tries to get us to notice him. Ashi walks into a very strange machine. Her molecules get all rearranged. She's got ghost powers and a dimensional scythe. She is dangerous. Infinity looks particularly erratic today. Kanaki wants this to be over already. Oliver finds a leather bikini, puts it on. It's quite revealing. Skyland back to his senses. Alex hopes he doesn't have to harm anybody. Rosaka starts sobbing uncontrollably. Yui looks for their next victim. Fifi tries to kill Romaz, but Romaz actually retaliates, kills her instead. Nitashi tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. Awesome. Amber looks around for stuff to scrounge. Midori steals that tank. While Natasha's asleep, Lee ambushes Daiki and kills him. Rest in peace. Romaz stares into the distance. Felix finds some leather scraps just enough to patch together some rudimentary clothing. It looks rather caveman-like. Well-placed shot by Barth is also putting Shirosaba into a dazed state of mind. Yoko's found a magic wand. Hopefully it's got some spells left in it. And Alex wants to end things once and for all with Buff Santa. I'm sorry. Buff Santa wants to end things once and for all with a champion glitch. Buff Santa actually bites the dust. Rest in peace to Buff Santa. For Christmas past now, all relies on Infinity. Will that happen? Will that unfold? I'm not certain, but we did lose another 3 today. 3 memorable faces. All get a clear day loon. 4. Fifi, Daiki, Alex. You hate to see it. And thus we are only down 5. We are only down 5, actually. Shockingly enough, we're only down 5. I thought at this point, we'd be down like 10, if I'm being completely honest. But it's actually a pretty steady grind. But we are seeing some very dangerous items come up. Handgun is now in. Ghost powers are in play. Demon. The demon has a demon? Of course the demon's gonna help out. Oliver has a bikini. But most importantly, Midori has this tank, and that could change the flow of this game. Not in the snap of a finger, but in the shot of a tank. Will that unfold? I'm not entirely certain. We also, I think, still have the soundboard with Romaz. We have a lot of things that could happen. We have a lot of revivals that could happen. We have things that could go down. Nobody's out just yet. Let's see what unfolds. Everyone's partners are still in for the people of Paris as well. Next round sees Shirosaba snapping out of it. Amber has caught a strange glow in the corner of her eyes. An ancient scepter is now in her hand. Arcane magic coursing through her body as her fingers touch the carved wood. Infinity's bad brain turns her into a horrible person. Felix wearing, that's a whole lot of orange down there. Wearing leather scraps is a sight to behold. Romaz presses a button on my soundboard and plays the secret achievement music. You don't say! I love it. Glitch uses the title belt to hit Riko from behind, leaving her dazed. Barth kills Shirosaba in front of Yoko. There's nothing that Yoko can do. Rushing to help, but it's already too late. Lee steals Midori's tank while she's asleep. Melody corners Felix with her demon. The demon subsequently mauls Felix. Rest in peace to Felix. Carrying on, or Natasha has to carry on for them. Oliver fills his bikini with gravel, uses an object to kill Natasha. Well, never mind. Their team is now completely out. Good luck solving that. Kujo remembers how much he misses Legolden sobs quietly. Kanaki wishes he could just go home. Midori just wants to be hopeful. Rosaka won't give up so easily. In a fit of frenzy, Yui creeps up on Melody, slaughters her. We're gonna have to hope. We're gonna have to hope that Midori can carry on for Melody. Riko comes back to her senses. Ashi slices her dimensional scythe, opening a dimensional rift before Sparta-style kicking Amber into the despair dimension. Goodness gracious, that is a dangerous place to be. Amber's technically out, but can Amber find a way out? Can Amber be the first person in the history of these games to escape the despair dimension? It's a possibility. Skyline looks like he's on the verge of snapping. Yoko sits there with a blank stare, and just like that, we've lost so many. And it makes up for a terrible Claire de Lune 4. Shirosaba, Felix, Natasha, Melody. Yoko's still in, Midori's still in, and that means only one team is completely out. Felix and Natasha, Magpie Magic, have met a terrible fate. No other teams are completely out. We have one person in the spare dimension, that is Amber. We've seen people last plenty of time in there, but we've also seen people perish nearly immediately in there. It is one of the most chaotic, unpredictable things in this entire simulator. 16 people are left, 6 more until your saving grace picks. You know. In fact, let's see which teams are still completely in now that I think about it. Yoko for Best for Business, Tragic Tale still out of Skyland. The Glitch is in the system. The Glitch is in the system. He's just here to cause a little chaos since the championship is not on the line. Broken Arrow is completely, kind of completely in. Amber's in the despair dimension, technically out, but not dead. Helping Hand still sees Midori. Great. Red Roses. Blood Red Roses, completely in. And we see that the flowers were just not enough to keep Yui stable. Hana is still in, but just here to cause a little chaos. Oliver's here, the chaotic croissant duo, goodness gracious, set the stage completely in, surprisingly enough, and Ashi has chosen to be not even murder. She's chosen the Scythe and Half Ghost, just chaotic entities in this game. Amped Up's completely in as well, and they both have a kill to her name. Dazzling Stars has Riko, Heart Heist has Kujo, and Christmas Past still has Infinity. Most teams completely in, except for the one. We must continue, because it's almost time for your saving grace picks. 6 more. Who will they be? I'm not sure. Who will get out? I don't know. But we have to remember we still have this tank in play, and that could immediately take us to saving grace picks if it is used. Immediately. Let's see what unfolds. Let's click next round, and we see round 4 begins. Romaz finds a pitchfork, which he figures is great for lobbing at enemies. Riko stares into the distance. Ashi possesses Kujo, walks him right off of a cliff. The Heart Heist is out. They're the second team eliminated. Depending on how the Agent of Chaos match goes, they will definitely be in there because they're one of the first 2 teams out. I don't know how many of the last few teams will go. It might be like 3 because that gives us 6 people. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Kujo and Ashi. You hate to see it. Ashi took him out. But Hana comes back to her senses. Infinity looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Barth aims his handgun in the distance. Yui actually gets mauled by wild animals. Oh goodness, oh gracious. Oliver is very proud of his bikini. Something inside of Skyland snaps. Skyland's now frenzied. Kanaki steals Lee's tank while she's asleep. Glitch hums a song to himself, and Amber is grabbed by one of the possessed trees and is pulled apart piece by piece. Oh no! Amber, no! You hate to see that. You really do. Midori twiddles her thumbs. Archons see great potential in Lee. Grant her cryovision. Yoko's blank expression, unresponsive to what's going on, and Alex's corpse is just rotting peacefully. No more people in the spare dimension. We have 14 people left. I don't know what is about to unfold, but I do know it is indeed a Clair de Lune for Kujo, Yui, Amber. And so, we're at 14. Kujo, his team is completely out. Yui still has their partner in. Amber still has their partner in. We only have 2 teams completely out, and we have 14 people left, which is kind of shocking to me. Can those soul people carry on? And while we still have 2 teams completely out, I'd say that they are definitely in the Agent of Chaos match. They might not be. We have at least 1 revival item in. 1 item that could cause a random revival. Low odds once again, but we've seen it happen, and we've seen it happen recently. Will it happen again? Man, I don't know. I'm uncertain. But I can tell you, we must proceed to find out. There is a tank in play. I always have to remind you guys of that, because that could change the landscape of this entire game. Let's go on. Let's click next round. 4 more until your saving grace picks. How many more until your top 6 teams? I don't know. There's a couple teams completely in. Next round sees. Things kind of shift. Things are shifting. Like that tank, it's shifting. Ashi shoots blast of energy from her hands at Romaz. Romaz is able to dodge those blows, narrowly escape. Infinity is looking particularly erratic today. Oliver flaunts that bikini in front of Barth. That makes Barth just absolutely jealous. He's green with envy. Midori steals Kanaki's tank while he's asleep. Riko doesn't really want to, but finds herself having to give her Romaz. Yoko has a blank expression and seems unresponsive to what's going on. These well-placed shots, Barth is out here with a slingshot left and right. Everyone's dazed down here because of Barth. Disorienting force, Rosaka becomes dazed. Barth fires his gun at Infinity, but misses. Melody, her demon can't find her before remembering that Melody has died. Hana finds a little bikini, puts it on, it's quite revealing. Skyland looks for his next victim. Glitch hums a song to himself. Kanaki finds a belt of Pokeballs, and Lee buries Yoko and Ashi in piles of ice, freezing them both alive. Is that it for both of their teams? Best for Business had Shirosaba's definitely out. That's Best for Business out, unfortunately. Ashi had Kanaki. Kanaki's still alive. Yeah, she's still okay. And I think Romaz is still okay as well, because clearly Lee is right there. Yoko and Best for Business seem to be the 3rd team out. However, after this Clair de Lune, we'll have to wait and see, because Romaz, Yoko, Ashi. Because once again, in this simulator, we've seen revivals happen in the final few, and that could be anybody. However, Romaz was one of the people who had one of those revival items. Will another one pop up? I don't know. Kanaki very dangerous right now with those Pokeballs. I think Midori very dangerous right now with that tank. Yo, if you didn't steal that thing from Kanaki, Kanaki would have been overpowered with a belt of Pokeballs and a tank. That's terrifying. Whoever has that tank is terrifying, because everyone else is like, moment's notice, you're on high alert. Can Midori use it? If Midori uses that tank, I think that almost guarantees 6. It would might guarantee her a spot. It would guarantee her a spot if there's no double. No, it would guarantee her a spot, definitely. If she uses that tank at the start of the next round. Will she be able to pull that together? Will she be able to make that happen? And will you get your saving grace picks real soon? Because we still have 11 people left, so you can't make them yet. Which team will come out on top? I'm not sure. I'm not certain. And by guarantees, when I said guarantee, there's no guarantees in this simulator because there's revivals, which is crazy, which is nuts. You're always on the edge of your seat when it comes to Ordeal. What will unfold? What will happen? Let's click next round and we will see. Hana flaunts her bikini I'm sorry, fills her bikini with gravel, uses an object to kill Rico. Good luck solving that. Rico is out of here, and I believe that's the end of the Dazzling Stars as well. Rest in peace, Barth. Challenges glitch to a duel. Barth bites the dust. Rest in peace to Barth, too. Was Barth carrying on for Amber? You were. Goodness gracious, that's them out as well. Broken Arrow. In a fit of frenzy, Skyland creeps up on Infinity, snaps her neck. Goodness gracious, that's Christmas Past out of here as well. And as it stands, I think that's the first 6 teams out. So I think everyone else, unless someone gets revived, makes it in? I believe that's correct. Maybe. I might be wrong. I'm just tossing out things. Kanaki sends out a Pokeball. Out comes Piplup. They splash in the river together. Midori drives around in her cool tank in that arena. I'll tell you what, Oliver picks up what's needing cooling in various places. And are you kidding me? Lee just found a flamethrower. See if anyone gets in her way now. Flamethrowers, tanks, there's so many things in action, but you guys will get to make some new picks because we did hit a Clair de Lune 4, Rico, Barth, Infinity. You hate to see it. However, it's your final 8. So many people have perished. So many. But with your final 6 teams, I believe, along with the Agent of Chaos and the Champ, who are showing everyone that they are the best, showing them why they're in the positions they're in, showing them that it is time for your, to make some new picks, to make some, it's time for your, yes. Saving Grace picks. For Helping Hand, we still have Midori, carried on for Melody. They are, as it stands, I must always reiterate that, as it stands, in the tag team finale. Will that remain like that? I'm not entirely certain. You never know with the simulator, with revivals. Best for Business, out. Potentially. Broken Arrow, out. Potentially. Dazzling Stars, out. Potentially. Magpie Magic, out. Potentially. The Chaotic Croissant duo, as it stands, Oliver carries them to the finale. Will that last? Will someone get revived? We'll have to wait and see. Agent of Chaos Hana, she's just here to kind of just fool around and cause a little chaos, and boy, has she done it. Hana is here. Maybe just trying to get some wins, just trying to get a nice little win. Glitch is also here. Guest. He is our guest, he is our champion. Oh, champion, my champion. Guest is still around. Wouldn't come out on top for his team because his team isn't here. They're not yet revealed, but Guest is here. Because it could have been a championship match and tag team action. What? Crazy. Tragic Tale. JFJ out first. But Skyland, as it stands, has carried Tragic Tale to the top 6. Set the stage. Kanaki, not Kaneko. Yes, Kanaki, not Kaneko, is here as well, setting the stage for a potential victory. Amped Up still sees Lee. 3 KOs, a Cryovision, and a Flamethrower can make a melt reaction on her own. Can she? I don't know. And then we see Rosaka carrying on for Yui. Yui, who was unstable, who was frenzied, perished. The flowers were not enough, but Rosaka wants to still carry on for Yui. Can that happen? I don't know, but those are your final 8 people in your final 6 teams as it stands. Because I always have to reiterate, at any moment, we could get a revival line. At any moment, someone could come back to life in this game and it would shift everything. There's some OC stuff that only happens in OC action that you can see a little bit of revival. Will any of that happen? I haven't seen any of the classic OC or the signature OC items yet. You'll know because you've never seen them before. But as it stands, it's your final 8. Make your picks because it's still Saving Grace picks time. I'll make mine as well. I have to stick with Tragic Tale. I have to. I got them for first. I think Tragic Tale comes out on top of this. I think I have to pick with them. I have to pick them. I picked them for first. I gotta stick with them. It's bad luck with Skyland, but Skyland's gotten here. But I guess the worst luck would be he dies next and someone gets revived. That would be the worst luck. That would indeed be a Tragic Tale. Let's hope that that does not happen. Give me Kanaki for second. I've messed up Kanaki's name dozens of times, mixed it up with someone else's name. However, this time, I'm getting it right. And Kanaki's getting it right as well with a second place splash. Give me Oliver or Midori. Give me Oliver for third, because you know what? You like pancakes, I like pancakes. We vibe like that. We vibe like that, and I respect that. A lot of respect. Good old respect to Oliver. Those are my top 3. Live chat, you made yours. Comments, you made yours. You're not new around here. You know what you're doing. OC tag team action will now continue, because these final 8 are all caught with a glimpse of victory. And the same heart rate, the same pulse as that of a samurai woman. 8 folks, 6 teams, 1 champion, 1 agent of chaos. We'll click next round and we will see things begin to fall apart. The Agents of Chaos has found a dimensional site, which is terrifying and downright shocking. However, she won't get a chance to use it, and you'll see why. Glitch twiddles his thumbs. Midori found a suit of medieval armor which does not protect her from the massive spear of ice that impales her. Rest in peace to Midori, but unless someone gets brought back, she secured her spot for her team. Oliver befriends a Komodo dragon with a pair of aviator goggles. I'm not gonna like that. I picked you as one of my saving grace picks, and you do this to me, boy. Skyland kind of wanders off and gets lost, never to be seen again. That is indeed unlucky, but as things stand, Skyland in that tag team finale. Kanaki tosses out a Pokeball, and out comes Zapdos, uses Thunderbolt, frying Hana, the Agent of Chaos. And that leaves us with 5. Midori's gone, Skyland's gone, Hana's gone. And we give a terrible turnabout for them. Midori, Skyland, Hana. But that leaves us with Kanaki, Oliver, Lee, Glitch the champion, and somebody else is in. Who else is in? Is someone dazed? Someone's probably dazed. Someone's probably still dazed from yes, Rosaka's still dazed. Probably because of Barth. Barth is still leaving his mark on this match with all of the dazed people that he had. That's something, I'll never forget that. That's so many dazed people in a single match. That man's went off. That man's popped off. However, those are your final 5. And I have to say, those 5, Rosaka, Lee, Oliver, Guest, Kanaki, they're all cut. What we like to call in our final 5, a crisis of, a crisis of fate. Who will come out on top? Will it be Guest and Guest alone? Will it be one of these fantastic teams for the first time pairing up? Who will carry on for their partner? And more importantly, will anyone come back to ruin the landscape of our final 6? Let's click next round. Let's find out. We see Glitch disappears for a while, comes back with a wooden rope that he just found, slips it on, scattering sparkles everywhere. Lee wants to use that flamethrower. Oliver tries to kill Glitch, but the wooden rope has carried him away to safety. But as it's carrying him away, Kanaki throws out a Pokeball, and out comes Moltres, my ex-wife, uses Fire Blast, burning Glitch and Rosaka alive. Rosaka was still dazed, and Glitch was just escaping death only to find more death. That brings us down to Kanaki, Oliver, and Lee. That brings us down to set the stage. That brings us down to the chaotic croissant duo. That brings us down to Amped Up. Your final 3 teams. One will come on top, or none, who knows, but it is indeed a terrible turnabout for the champion Guest, Rosaka. As it stands, these are your final 3 teams. Could someone get brought back? Never count it out. Never count it out. However, for right now, it is Lee, it is Oliver, it is Kanaki, it is Amped Up, it is the chaotic croissant duo, and it is set the stage. Who will have the glory of being the first team to obtain victory in tag team action, forever etching their names in history? I don't know, but it's still a crisis of fate. Lee has that flamethrower, Kanaki with those Pokeballs, and Oliver is... Oliver, do you have anything, or are you just kind of vibing out? You have the Pet Komodo dragon. That's That could be bad for your health, actually. That could be bad for you. We'll see what unfolds, though, as we click next round. We see it all ending in a moment's notice, and that moment sees. That's wrong. This is what the moment sees. The Cryovision winning the game. Lee buries Oliver and Kanaki in piles of ice, freezing them both alive. Lee had to make sure that this ended abruptly, had to make sure that nothing else came out of this match, had to make sure that Amped Up forever etched their name in history. Because if you let a game linger for too long, people start coming back. And when people start coming back, your chances of winning, they change. You don't want that. And Lee knew that, and Lee carried on. And for the first time participating in these games, and in the first time in tag team action, he comes out on top. However, we must indeed pay a terrible turnabout for Oliver Kanaki. Ladies, gentlemen, individuals who don't prescribe to either one of those terms, it's time that we announced our winner. Shall we? I think we shall. In celebration, for the very first time in tag team action, your winners, representing Romaz and Amped Up, the party has just started. For the first time in these games, and clearly for the first time in tag team action, your winner, Lee, from Amped Up. It is Amped Up. Congratulations. And with 6 KOs, Lee really deserved it. Kanaki had one heck of a game with 4. Glitch, our guest, with 2. Melody with 2. Skyland with 1. Everyone else with 1 as well. Oliver, Yui, Ashi, Romaz, Barth, Rico, and Hana all had 1. Everyone else, not 1, not a kill to their name, but everyone who's here will be back. But that's everyone who's here will be back. We have to bring up, for the first time, the Tag Team OC bracket. And Amped Up has joined that bracket as the first team in history to win in tag team action. Forever Etched, Lee and Romaz, congratulations to them. Amped Up. But let's not forget all the other teams who joined them on that bracket. We see the Chaotic Croissant duo. They might not have won today, but they could win in tag team finale action and they could be champions. They could have gold around their shoulders, around their waist. They could walk out of here as champions. Set the Stage has also come out on top. Kanaki, along with Ashi. They're going on to see glory in tag team action. Can they set the stage for that victory? We'll have to wait and see. Blood Red Roses as well. Yui perished, but carrying on was Rosaka, even though dazed the entire time, survived the onslaught of items. Tragic Tale. JFJ was out immediately, but the mentor stayed in the heart of Skyland 8, and Skyland was able to carry on just long enough to come out with a spot for the both of them. Congratulations. And lastly, Helping Hand. The assistants helped each other to find a way to scrape up one last spot in that finale. And that is the start of the OC Tag Team Championship landscape. No revivals this game, just good old tag team action with Lee coming out on top. Congratulations to Amped Up. They are the first ever tag team victors. Nice, very nice. None of the OC official items came up, which was kind of shocking. kind of shocking because once again, it's one of those things where like, oh yeah, I tested it a couple times. OC action, yeah, no, those items, they didn't come up every single time, but they came up most of the time. This is one of those times where they didn't. But hey, they might come up in, the next OC tag team action is in, next Sunday there's no OC action, then we go back again to singles followed by tag team, so in 3 weeks. 3 weeks we return to OC tag team action, 2 weeks we return to OC singles action, and next week I just wanted a little spacer week for me, for me specifically. So, next week, next Sunday, nothing. In fact, it might not be nothing because there's a lot of stuff that just popped up that just trying to find time in the schedule for. I know I'm going to be out of town for 4 days, 5 days, 4? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days. Goodness gracious, really? Yeah, we out of town for 5 days. I think that is... We'll see. We'll see. One of those Sundays, there might be either Your Turn to Shine, or there might be Super Danganronpa another 2. I'm hard-pressed on getting those out soon. I have just not found the time for them. But until next time, once again, congratulations to Amped Up, Lee, and Romas coming out on top. You'll love to see them. One of my favorite named teams, one of my favorite team names from this season. I had to come up with basically all the team names this season. I think there were only 3 people who were like, oh yeah, I want this to, 4 people. I think there were 4 people who were like, I want this to be the name of our team. And the rest of them, I was like, I'll come up with them. And you know what, I think I usually do a pretty good job with that. I do a pretty good job with that. It's usually pretty great. I'm a big fan of it. However, next time, another 26 competitors. We'll have to see what unfolds when they all try and find a spot in the OC Tag Team Finale bracket. In 3 weeks' time, we'll find out. In 2 weeks' time, we'll see more OC singles action. And next week, you get nothing. You get nothing. You take a break. You recover from that daylight savings time that just hit us. But until then, once again, congratulations to Lee and to Lee and Romas. We'll actually go back to this is all here. It's been here for a second. We'll go back to the team setup. Just scroll through the teams one more time. They'll all be back for the free-for-all, which I am excited about. Chaotic Croissant Duo, they're coming back. Amped Up, your first ever winners, they're coming back, and they're gonna try and come back strong. Christmas Pass, they could not do it today, but maybe they'll be able to do it in the free-for-all. Dazzling Stars, same thing, not today. Today was not their day. However, the free-for-all could be their time. Helping Hand. They did it just barely, but they were able to help each other. They sure were. Best for Business was not best for the Hunger Games. But will they be best in the free-for-all? Perhaps. Set the stage. Kanaki. I'll be frank, Kanaki is kind of a consistent performer as of late. But you know what? Kanaki could come on top in tag team action, in the finale. Or could it be Ashi? Either of them could come out on top for their team and be the first ever tag team champions. We'll have to wait and see. Blood Red Roses Rosaka was dazed for so long but came out on top at the very end. Heart Heist. Another one of my favorite teams, I'm not gonna lie, but unfortunately they were not able to come through. Broken Arrow, I kind of just love the name. Kind of love the name Broken Arrow. And love the implications. The broken is part of breakdancing in the arrow, clearly from the archer. You hate to see it. You really do. But, free-for-all action. One team will get that spot. And, I mean, there's technically the secret episode. You know, you can stick an OC tag team in there. I mean, like, nobody's, at the time of recording this, nobody's found it. All the pieces are in place. But, we'll have to wait and see. Magpie Magic, Natasha, Felix, they were out first as a team, but could they use that experience to be the last team standing when it comes to the free-for-all? We'll have to wait and see. Tragic Tale, it looked bad for them from the start, but however, the ultimate bad luck found himself a lucky break. And maybe that's because of the tutelage of the mentor. The OC champ and the Agent of Chaos will be back next time in tag team action, but they will be part of their actual teams then. Will Glitch still have the championship is the real question. He'll have to survive the wheel spin and singles action before that. That's everyone who's here. And this is a pretty good timing for this episode. Until next time, your United States Aviator, taking off. Toon Link, Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalakaris, your Employee of the Month, Nagi-san, never forget. taking off. Stay classy. Year of the Zenith. Toodaloo. Flight crew. Thank you for submitting, first of all. Because OC tag team action, these are some fun teams to make. Some of them were requested already. I think like there were only like 2 or 3. I think there might have only been 3 requested teams where the people actually requested each other. So those were the only 3 teams, I believe, maybe even 2, that actually had their partners set in stone. Everyone else either just stuck somebody out there who didn't also put them down, or were in like singles action so they couldn't do anything about it, or just said randomly Avia sign, which were the majority of people. So I was like, all right, you know, let's have fun with these. And I think these were some pretty fun teams. Some fantastic submissions as always. Really, I don't know why I really vibe with the the idea of an ultimate time travel. That's kind of hype. However, stay classy. You're the Zenith. Toodaloo Flight Crew. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Stay safe. Oh, goodbye.